If you've clicked on a video like this, you've probably seen a bunch of gurus online talking about how much money they've made from OnlyFans management and how easy it is to start and make your first $10,000 online. Now, unfortunately, it used to be the case, but now it's gotten much harder, and most of the people you see making tons of money, claiming it's OFM, are making it from courses or mentorship. So this video is going to be a quick breakdown of how to still sign and manage $30,000 a month OF clients and still make great money. And you probably think, oh, who's this guy? It's probably some bullshit. Like, he probably just wants to sell me a course. But as you can see, we actually did make $120,000 last month while just having 8 clients. So I've been doing this for over 2 years. I do know what I'm talking about, so I hope you listen to this video and find it helpful. So the first part of this is going through what to look out for, how to save a bunch of money and not waste it on pointless courses, and get scammed by the gurus that have probably got you interested in OFM. And the most classic one of all is the course scam. And when I was first starting OFM, I bought a bunch of courses, I went through them, and the main problem that you'll find with these courses now is these guys started 3 years ago. So they'll have come in, it'll have been super easy, there'll be a bunch of methods they used to use that worked really well to get really great clients because there was no competition. The models they were outreaching to weren't used to a bunch of agencies messaging in their DMs. Also, it was a lot easier for OF models to get results and get loads of money and loads of subscribers super quickly. Now the competition's increased, there's a ton of good agencies, there's a ton of good models, everyone's fighting over subscribers and fighting over clients. So the main problem with these courses is they're going to be outdated, they won't give you all the information you need, all the systems, they'll give you a brief overview of what you should do, keeping it beginner friendly and not scaring anyone away by making it seem too hard. Now this will give you a rough idea, but it might take you down the wrong path of trying methods that won't work anymore, and you'll invest loads of time in and get nothing out of it. Another problem with the courses, there's no help from the actual course seller. They give you the course, they let you go and do your thing. They don't keep you accountable, there's no mentorship, there's no back and forth with them. You don't get access to any of their staff or any of their systems. You just get a video course outlining what you should do, and then you're sent on your way to go and do it. Now if you can find someone who does have a great reputation, they do have great proof and you actually trust them, or you know someone that's got great results by using their course before, the good thing about them is they are easy to follow, they are affordable, and you can refer back to them at any point, whereas a mentorship, you might only have a mentorship for a set period of time. With a course, you can go back 6 months later, look at a module, and take the information and put it in practice whenever you need it. Now the second thing that I've fallen victim to is paid groups. There'll be tons of guys online saying, oh, join my group, we're all winning in the group, and they'll be posting a bunch of screenshots of a bunch of guys saying, oh, this group changed my life, I made my money back on my first day. Classic marketing stuff. And then the guys that are promoting their group are going to be making money off referrals. So they are incentivized to lie to you, they are incentivized to create fake results and get more people into the group, just like a classic pyramid scheme. So you have to be very careful with the paid groups, even if they look legitimate. They are a great place for networking with people, but it's mainly if you already have an OnlyFans agency that is making money. Then you can share value with other people, and you actually have something to bring to the group instead of coming into the group and trying to take from other people without having any value yourself. If you try and do this, most people, they won't reply to you, they'll just shove you off, and they won't want to talk to you because they're like, this guy's just trying to extract value from me and not give me anything back. So if you do already have an agency, you're making 10, 20, 30,000 a month and you join one of these groups, there is going to be value in there because then you can network with everyone else who's making 10, 20, even 50 to 100k a month and find out value from them and even get into partnerships with them, help each other and make a bunch of progress. The second thing they are useful for is if you do network in the group, you can get great referrals. You can get referrals from models, you can get referrals for great chatters, staff, people that will help you with marketing. The people in the group will know a bunch of stuff you can use and a bunch of different ways. You can find new creators or can find great staff. So if you join, you can network in the groups, you can gain a bunch of good staff, a bunch of new clients, just by networking correctly with people. But you don't need a paid group to just talk to people online. That's free. You can do your own networking, you can DM people on Instagram, you can message them on Twitter. You don't have to use someone's paid group to do this. And lastly, once you're more established and you're sick of sitting in your bedroom and you want to start traveling or something like that, you can find friends in these groups, you can meet up with them, you'll all be doing the same thing, you can travel to Asia, you can meet a bunch of guys all doing the same thing as you, all work together, and you'll have a really fun time. So that's the third thing you can get from these paid groups. But the problem with them is most are just promoted as a quick cash grab. There's a guy promising that you're going to get rich, you're going to join the group, everyone's going to teach you how to be a millionaire, and you join and you'll find a bunch of broke people that don't know what they're doing, just trying to find an opportunity. So there'll be a bunch of people searching for an opportunity and not a lot of people giving them. Another thing, there'll be guys in there, maybe they've got lucky, maybe they've signed one really good client and they've blown up, and then they start giving you some random advice they think is working really well, but it's actually suboptimal and they just got really lucky with their client. So you can get faulty info, it can be a quick cash grab, and it's usually filled with broke people. That's why I would ignore paid groups and I would ignore courses. Now the third thing you need to look out for is mentorship. Mentorship can be a great thing. I've heard many people, Dylan OFM does have a good mentorship. I know people that have used that and they've made 10, 20, 100,000 a month after going through his mentorship. So you do get real help from someone that's actually in the industry and actually knows what they're talking about if you can find someone that is trustworthy. And normally if they're one-to-one coaching you, they're going to give you the most up-to-date information that they have, and you won't be left with outdated information that you'll find in most courses. Now with the real help and the updated info, you will get the added benefit of having accountability, and you'll have someone checking in with you every day, telling you what you need to do, when you need to do it. So if you're lacking motivation or you have a busy schedule, it is going to be great to have someone in your corner that's going to coach you and make it super easy for you to win. But for most people, mentorships aren't really affordable. It's going to be a few $1,000s, and they're also unreliable. What works for someone who is really big in the space and is doing really well probably won't work for you, and the main reason for that is because they have leverage and you have pretty much zero leverage. So if you take Dylan OFM for example, he's got a great Instagram, it's really good, he's got loads of results, he's got pictures in supercars, he's got everything on there, he's got loads of followers. If he says, yeah bro, just use your personal Instagram to message models, you'll sign them easily like me. He obviously can message models and they can see his page and they can trust him, know he isn't one of these fake agencies and he can definitely get them results, which is going to lead to him booking calls and signing models. Whereas your case, a girl's going to see your page, they're going to be like, what's this? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, he's clearly got no money and he's got no followers, so they're not going to work with you and they're not going to want to help. So the advice they give you might not work for you because they're in a different situation with much more leverage than you have. And the third problem is you might get them for a month, it might be really great, and then you need help with something else and it's like, bro, the mentorship's ended, I can't help you anymore, you need to pay me another few thousand. And you might not have that, you might want to put the money into your business at this point. So the mentorship will run out, you can't reuse it like a course, but it is probably the best out of these three options if you do want extra help with starting an OnlyFans agency. So now you're not going to get scammed. We can go through the outdated methods that I would stay away from, and it's probably going to be a big waste of your time. The first one, which is, it's okay, it can work, but as a new starter, if you have no money, if you're not in a great position, now even if your Instagram looks like mine, and it's not that bad, like you've got pictures with nice cars, you've got pictures doing fun stuff, you've gone to an expensive game where the tickets were over $1,000, even stuff like this, and you've got a bunch of great client results. Even if you have a page like this, your results aren't going to be the best if you're outreaching to models. Most people will already have agencies, or they won't trust you, or they have 1,000 DMs from a bunch of pages that are better than mine. So if you wanted to use personal outreach, you need a really, really good Instagram, you need loads of great content on there, and it's going to be very hard to do with very little money and very little experience in the industry. And most people know this, so they'll go and make an agency page. And the problem with an agency page, this one is ours, this is what we use, you can see me here. We've got a bunch of informative videos, we've got a bunch of client results, we've got models we work with on there, all a bunch of great social proof. But the problem with this is everyone was told to do this years ago. So there's millions of agency pages out there DMing girls, signing them, getting shit results, and then most OF models now don't trust agency pages. So this has been ruined by low quality people getting into the industry, trying to make quick money, and messing everything up for everyone else. That's why an agency page isn't a good option. We do still sign clients using our agency page because it is better than most people's, but it's a long game, it's very difficult, and I would stay away from it because there's much better methods. And some people are even too lazy to make an agency page, or if they have an agency page, they'll back it up with fake girls. And what I mean by fake girls is they'll create a page like this, they'll put a girl's profile on it, they'll give them 30,000 followers, they'll just buy it for like $15, and then they'll start DMing girls with this private page saying, oh, I work with this really great agency, I make this much a month, send them some fake results. And that's how people used to sign clients as well. But like everything else that I just said, with the agency page, with the personal outreach, it's oversaturated, there's a bunch of people doing it, and girls aren't dumb. They're going to see this fake page on private and they're going to be like, it's probably a guy just trying to scam me. Next, they're not going to reply. So what's some easy ways we can get into the OnlyFans industry and make a ton of money super quick? Well, the first thing is finding an agency that's already making a bunch of money and getting a job there. There's a ton of work agencies need, like chat managers, social media marketing experts, or people to do the outreach. There's a bunch of stuff an agency needs. So if you can find an agency that's just starting out but has a few great clients, you can join that agency and take a large percentage of the profit from that agency for providing a service. Not only is this going to get you money straight away and let you quit your job and go all in on OFM, the second great thing is going to teach you everything you need to know about that role in the business. So you can get paid to learn how to run an OFM agency. This is way better than sitting there failing, signing a client finally after trying for like 6 months. You sign your first client, and when you do, you have no idea what to do and you don't get them great results. Everything fails and you're back looking for another client again because you have no skills. So a great way to get the skills if you are stuck in a job is just get a job working for an OnlyFans agency. There's tons of work available. OnlyFans agencies are killing it at the moment. They're making millions and millions of dollars each year. So find an agency, outreach them, offer to work for them. If you have no skills at first, offer to work for free, and when you do become a valuable part of the team, they are going to pay you for your work. Now, after doing this, you can obviously take the results you got them, use them on your personal brand, and start signing clients for yourself. And when you do sign those clients, you'll be able to provide a good service and get them good results, instead of trying to sign the client first with no experience and failing miserably. Another easy way, I spoke to some guy from India maybe a week ago, and he was telling me, yeah bro, I just bought some clients. I was like, what? Okay. So they go into Telegram, they find a bunch of Telegram group chats where model contracts are being sold. They'll buy these contracts, and the person that has recruited the model will just give you the model to work with, and you'll start working with them. The problem with buying clients is you're investing $400 to like $5,000. There's a big range, but around $1,000 you're paying to get a client, and you don't know, are they going to be reliable? Are they going to do the work? Do they have any issues? Are they just going to steal your money? You don't know anything, and in most cases, if someone's selling a contract, that client is probably not profitable for their current agency, so they're just getting rid of them. They're trying to make a bit of money after they've made a bad signing, and they're giving away their problems to someone else. It's like selling a faulty used car. So you want to stay away from these contracts. It's a bit weird anyway, buying a model contract. You don't really want to be going around saying, can I buy this contract? It's a bit seedy. So I'd stay away from that. If you are going to do it because you think there's no other option, you can go on Telegram, or you can contact other agencies and ask if they're selling any contracts. Because the guy I spoke to, the Indian guy, he just went from making pretty much $2K a month to making $6,000 in 1 month over about a 60-day period. So he's killing it doing this, but he is putting in a lot of work. He's doing a lot of extra marketing himself. He's using platforms like Reddit, where you have to spend hours and hours each day instead of your client working with you to do the marketing themselves. So he's doing all the work to make that profit. But if you can buy a client, and let's say you get lucky, you can get a bunch of great results for them, which is going to lead to results. And I'll show you what you can do with the results on the next section. So if you don't want to work for agency, you're like, oh, I'm going to be my own boss, I don't want a boss, all of this, you can provide services for agencies as a contractor. So you can sign a deal with an agency. You can be like, okay, I will run all the Twitters, I'll take the Twitters. You quickly learn how to do that. It's not that hard. It's just posting, commenting, basically being a virtual assistant, posting all the content onto Twitter, bringing a bunch of eyes to the OnlyFans link. And once you do that, the model's going to gain subscribers, and then the agency will be able to translate that into a bunch of revenue. So you can partner up. You can be like, I want 50% of the revenue that comes from Twitter. I want you to pay me that. I'll get you a bunch of great results. The agency has no risk up front, and they get a bunch of free extra traffic, and you can run this service. And then once you've done that, and you have great results, you can show this to potential clients. You can be like, oh, let me run this Twitter service for you. It's going to help you loads. And say you do that for a model, you just run their Twitter, nothing else. And then you say, oh, do you need help with chatting? Do you need help with TikTok? And they might be like, yeah. And then you can quickly jump in there. And before you know it, you've signed a client properly. You're running all their socials, all their messaging, and you've got your first client that way by being competent in one area. You can do this with just chatting, or you can do this with marketing, or you can do chatting for agencies or marketing for other agencies to get experience and make your first bit of money. So say you've worked for an agency, you've got some great results, you've bought clients, got some great results. Now there's a few options you can choose to make even more money. Now a good option is, now you've got a bit of money, now you've got a bit of experience, you can put this into building a great personal brand. You can hire an editor, a photographer, a videographer, make a bunch of content, fly to a bunch of different places, get your social profile looking really, really nice with loads of results behind it. And then when you do use personal outreach, you are going to get way better replies and be able to sign way more clients that way. Another way, if you're providing a service, a great service to actually provide that we're really focusing on right now is theme pages. So say there's a certain model in a certain niche. You make a niche theme page, you just post all the viral content you can find from TikTok. You take that, you post it onto Instagram, that page blows up over a month period. Now you have a page with 50,000 followers of a bunch of simps that want to buy that sort of content and want to subscribe to those sorts of OnlyFans girls. And what you can do with this theme page is you can use it to outreach to potential clients. You can be like, oh, if you join my agency, we can promote you using this theme page. You'll get a bunch of extra subs. Let me show you for free. I'll give you a promo story now. You can see the difference in your subscribers for the day. They might get that. Once they get the subscribers from the theme page, you can say, oh, so how's your messaging side of things? find out what's going wrong there. And then you can say, oh, would you like a 24-hour free trial of our messaging service alongside this theme page extra traffic? Then you fit them with the 1-2, you give them loads of free value, they now trust you, they see you can get results, then you can get them on a final call and sign them on a contract. And there you go, you've got a really good client. And you have a theme page that can promote this client and get them a bunch of free traffic. So that's a really great thing to focus on. We know people that have 10, 12 different theme pages. They run this, they outreach to potential models with them, they promote them, and they get great results this way. So theme pages are one of the best ways in this current market for OnlyFans. So if you're someone that's looking to start their agency and sign their first client, it would be a really great idea to learn how to grow and create these theme pages. And then when you are outreaching and you do sign that first client, you have a bunch of social proof, a bunch of extra traffic, and a bunch more pages to outreach to girls from, and a bunch more pages to outreach to OF clients from. So cool, you've got a nice personal brand now because you've used the money from the other steps. You've got a bunch of theme pages, so you have loads of free and limited traffic. And then maybe you also learn about chatting from another one of the jobs you did on the previous section. So you know how to chat, you know how to get free traffic, and you've got a great personal brand. Now it's not going to be that hard to sign clients, and once you do sign clients, you can start just naturally getting more clients due to referrals. Because most OF creators, they're in the community, they speak to other OF girls, they'll be able to refer you to their friends, and you can build out your agency with very little effort, just through good word of mouth and having good referrals. That is the goal here. And finally, another really good thing to do, you can do this if you're starting a new agency, or you can do it if you're like us and you're already making 100k a month. You can reach out to these theme pages, you can reach out to influencers, and you can organize partnerships where they'll use their social profile to 1, promote your current clients, and 2, refer you new clients. And the way this works is you'll just give them a percentage each month, 5, 10%, depending on how much work they do. You'll give that to them, they'll make their money, they're happy, they're making passive income from you, and you're getting a bunch of new revenue from the new clients and traffic they're bringing. It's a great partnership, everyone wins, and I definitely recommend using your personal brand that you've built with the steps I said, a bunch of theme pages yourself to get new clients and get new traffic, and then also if you want even more than that, making partnerships with influencers and making partnerships with theme pages. All this combined, plus referrals, there's no way you won't be able to get results like we've done over the past 2 years. As you can see here, currently 8 clients, 1.5 million in the past few years. Super simple business model, super easy. If you guys want to ask me any questions, or you want this lucid document that I've outlined everything in, if you just want to view the whole document so you can go through it, there's a link in the description to my free Discord. You can join there, you can speak to me in there. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have or help you with anything. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll bring you something else very, very soon. Take care.